The angels draw near today with a disclosure that may touch the deepest fibers of your being, a truth that many hearts yearn to hear, but which is rarely spoken so clearly. There is something extraordinary happening, a series of events that the veils of time and distance have tried to hide, but which the light of truth now begins to pierce. Have you already noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? There is something very important you need to know. Something coming from a person who occupies your thoughts in a special way and who has become a central point in the most unexpected conversations. This message has reached you at the right time, but you need to open yourself to the truth it carries, for what I am going to disclose to you next could change everything you understand about this connection. The angels show me that this person, whom you perhaps consider distant or even oblivious to your feelings, is deeply connected to you in a way that not even she completely understands. This connection isn't just mental or emotional, it is felt on a level that transcends the tangible, reaching the most primitive senses and the most ingrained memories. And it is exactly for this reason that the universe found an unusual way to bring the intensity of this bond to the surface. Recently, in a moment of venting or reflection, this person was chatting with an acquaintance, someone she trusts, perhaps a close friend or family member, about the lack of something in her life, a piece that seemed to be missing. During this conversation, she mentioned a detail that surprised even the angels with its spontaneity and depth. She spoke about your scent. Yes, dear soul, she spoke of your scent. Not in a casual way, but with a longing and an emotion that left a visible mark on her heart and in her words. Picture the scene, dear soul. This person, in a moment of vulnerability, perhaps without even realizing the depth of her own words, described the sensation of being near you, the way your perfume, the unique essence that only you possess, still lives in her memory. She wasn't speaking of just any aroma, of a common fragrance, but of the olfactory signature of your soul, of that scent that only you have, and that is intimately linked to your presence, to your energy, to the comfort and safety she felt by your side. It is as if, even in your physical absence, your scent were a portal to the dearest memories, to the most genuine feelings she experienced by your side. And the most surprising thing, the angels show, is that this disclosure wasn't a slip-up, but an outpouring that came directly from the heart, a truth that escaped from her mind into reality through words. But that is not all. The acquaintance's reaction to this disclosure was even more impactful. What I'm going to tell you now is the part that will leave you even more convinced of the strength of this connection. This acquaintance, who was listening attentively to the venting, not only understood the depth of what was being said, but responded with a wisdom that only an outside perspective can bring, a truth that this person desperately needed to hear. The answer was not one of judgment, nor of surprise, but of recognition. The acquaintance, upon hearing the description of your scent and the longing it evoked, said something that resonated like an echo in the heart of the listener. This isn't just a scent. It is the essence of who you lost. It is the proof that this person is rooted in your soul, and that what you two had is something that doesn't fade away. Think about the strength of this statement, dear soul. It is not just an observation, but a validation, a mirror to the truth that this person has been trying to ignore. This conversation was not an isolated event, dear soul. It is part of a set of signs that the universe is sending to this person, so that she, eventually, wakes up to the reality of the feelings she harbors for you. The scent, one of the most powerful triggers of memory and emotion, was the bridge her soul used to communicate with the outside world. It is a symbol of the indelible presence you have in her life, a constant reminder that, no matter how much she tries to move on or distract herself, your essence remains, untouchable and immovable. The angels show me that this person has tried, in various ways, to fill the void you left, seeking in other places, in other people, the same connection, the same comfort, the same familiarity. But just as the acquaintance pointed out, what she seeks is your essence, and that is something unique and irreplaceable. This perception from the acquaintance served as a reality check for this person. It wasn't a criticism, but a realization that made her reflect deeply on what she really feels and what she has been avoiding facing. The angels say that, from that moment on, a seed was planted in her heart. a seed of recognition and of a growing will to understand what needs to be done. She can no longer pretend she feels nothing, that your absence is irrelevant. Your scent, this mark so particular and intimate, has become a symbol of your lack, a constant invitation for her to reconnect with the truth of her heart. This disclosure, from a third party, from someone external, gave this person a new perspective, a confirmation that the feelings tormenting her are real and valid. But that is not all. There is something even deeper happening. This message from the angels is a gift for you, dear soul. A glimpse of what really goes on in this person's thoughts and feelings. It is a confirmation that you are remembered, that your essence is valued, and that the connection you built is something that transcends the barrier of time and distance. The angels want you to know that this person is in a process of rediscovery, of accepting feelings that perhaps she herself has tried to deny. Your scent, this memory so intimate and personal, has become a lighthouse, a guide so that she recognizes the path and back to what really matters. And this is just the first layer of the truth that the angels have to disclose. Prepare your heart for the next steps of this Geta disclosure, may transform your understanding of love and soul connections. Before continuing the message, write in the comments this mantra: "My heart is open to give and receive genuine love." Now, continuing the message. The angels say that the depth of this disclosure about your scent didn't stop in the mind of the person who misses you. It settled in, created roots, and began to germinate, causing a series of internal events to unfold with an intensity previously unimaginable. What seemed to be just an olfactory memory, a passing nostalgia, transformed into a catalyst for deep introspection. This person began to question her own choices, her past attitudes, and the true reason for the distance between you. She found herself immersed in a whirlwind of thoughts, reviewing every moment, every word, every silence you shared, and trying to understand where the line between right and wrong was crossed. This search for answers isn't easy, and the angels observe that she is facing her own internal ghosts, her fears and her insecurities. Have you ever felt that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? This is one of them, dear soul, and it came to awaken something in both hearts. The acquaintance's answer, which validated the depth of the feeling linked to your scent, lit a flame of curiosity and, at the same time, of a certain desperation. Desperation upon realizing how much your essence is ingrained in her, and curiosity to understand how something as subtle as a scent can carry so much meaning. The angels show that this person began to pay more attention to signs, to observe the environment around her with a new perspective. She began to notice other small things that reminded her of you. A song playing on the radio, a scene from a movie, a place she passes by. All of this, previously ignored, now becomes a constant reminder of your presence and the absence she feels. It is as if the universe were conspiring so that she can no longer run from the truth, so that every detail of the day-to-day pulls her back to you, to the memory of your essence. And the intensity of these signs only increases, dear soul. The angels disclose that this person has been having vivid dreams about you, dreams that are so real that, upon waking, she feels your presence by her side for a few moments. In some of these dreams, she smells your scent so clearly that it makes her wake up with a mixed sensation of longing and restlessness. These dreams are not just a product of imagination. They are messages sent by the spiritual plane, a way for your soul to communicate with hers, reinforcing the bond that exists between you. She wakes up confused, sometimes with a feeling of emptiness, others with an inexplicable urgency to look for you, to hear your voice, to feel your presence again. There is an urgency subtly settling in her heart, a need she can no longer ignore for much longer. This restlessness, which began with the chat about your scent, is transforming into a need for action. The angels show that this person has been feeling disoriented, as if she were at a crossroads, without knowing which path to follow. On one side, pride, fear, doubts about what could happen if she tried to get close again. On the other, the longing, the certainty that your essence is irreplaceable, and the perception that life without you doesn't have the same shine, the same color, the same meaning. This internal battle is intensifying every day, and the angels say she is reaching a breaking point where a decision will need to be made. It isn't something she can put off indefinitely. The universe is pushing her forward, towards the truth. What the acquaintance said to her about your scent was much more than a simple answer. It was a seed of clarity, a catalyst for this person to start unraveling the mysteries of her own heart. She now understands that what she feels for you isn't fleeting, isn't superficial. It is something deep, rooted, that shows itself in ways she didn't even imagine, like in the olfactory memory you left. And this perception is making her more vulnerable, more open to the possibility of recognizing her mistakes and seeking a way to correct the past. The angels show me that this person is, for the first time in a long time, seriously considering the idea of putting pride aside and opening herself to a new connection with you. But that is not all, dear soul. The angels want you to know that, in this process of rediscovery, this person is also beginning to value herself in a different way. The pain of your absence, the void she feels, is forcing her to look inside, to understand her own needs, and to recognize the value of true love. She is learning, the hard way, that some connections are too precious to be ignored, and that genuine happiness can only be found when one is aligned with the truth of one's own heart. This message reached you at the right time, as it is fundamental that you understand this transformation occurring in her, so that your own heart is prepared for what will come. The angels say that this person is on the verge of a big step, a step that will require courage, humility, and a deep acceptance of what really matters in her life. The memory of your scent, the wisdom of the acquaintance, the signs from the universe, and the vivid dreams. All of this is coming together to create a scenario of imminent change. She can no longer run from the truth that your scent disclosed. The bond uniting you is too strong to be broken, and the distance is only serving to strengthen the perception of your importance. Get ready, dear soul, for what is about to happen, for this story is far from ending, and the next move will be decisive for the future of both. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, "I received the number 888, which symbolizes unlimited abundance and alignment with my soul purpose," to claim. If this message resonated with you and touched your heart, know that your support makes a huge difference. By clicking the Super Thanks button, you not only help me continue bringing these inspiring messages of light to more people, but also strengthen the chain of love and purpose we are building together. It is a gesture of affection that nourishes this mission. Now, continuing the message. Dear soul, the impact of that conversation about your scent, validated by the acquaintance's response, continues to resonate deeply in this person's emotional universe. The angels disclose to me that this epiphany wasn't just an isolated instant, but the ignition point for a series of self-questions that have transformed her internal landscape. She began to make a complete reevaluation of everything surrounding her, of her current relationships, of her plans, and above all, of the void you left. That scent, which before was a distant memory, became a constant reminder, almost a silent anthem playing in her heart, reminding her of the joy, the peace, and the comfort that only you could offer. It is a nostalgic melody, yes, but also a song of yearning, of a deep need for reconnection. But that is not all. There is something even deeper happening. The angels show that since that day, this person has avoided certain situations, and even people who used to be part of her routine, because now she perceives them as distractions or inadequate substitutes for what she truly seeks, your essence. She has felt a growing frustration with the superficiality of some interactions, with the lack of depth in certain relationships, and all of this leads her back to you. She compares everything and everyone with the memory of your presence, with the feeling you awakened in her, and invariably, everything and everyone falls short. This is a painful realization for her, as the strength of your scent in her memory serves as a standard, an ideal that no one else can reach, and this leaves her in a state of constant dissatisfaction. That comment from the acquaintance was a mirror, a moment of clarity that broke the illusions this person was trying to maintain. She is realizing, with overwhelming lucidity, that the absence of your scent is the absence of a vital part of her own soul. It is as if a piece of her had been removed, and no matter how much she tries to fill that space with other experiences or people, the gap remains, empty and painful. The angels show me that she has been feeling lonelier than ever, even while surrounded by people. The loneliness she experiences isn't just physical, It is a loneliness of the soul, a deep yearning for a connection that only you can provide. Have you already noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? This perception of loneliness is one of them, pushing her towards the truth. And this pain of loneliness, of the lack of your essence, is becoming unbearable. The angels say that this person has tried various ways to deal with this, diving into work, seeking new hobbies, traveling. But as much as she strives, your scent, your memory, your energetic presence finds a way to show itself and remind her of what she lost. She might be pretending to the world that she is fine, that she got over it, that she moved on, but in the silence of her heart, she knows it isn't true. There is an intense internal fight, a battle between pride and the desire for reconnection, and the angels say the desire is gaining strength. There is something this person has kept in her heart, a question that haunts her, and that the angels now hide disclosed to you. Does she still remember my scent? Does she still miss me as I miss her? This insecurity, dear soul, is what prevents her from taking the next step. She fears that, upon getting closer, she might find a closed heart, a void, or that you have already moved on, gotten over it, and forgotten the essence that once united you. This fear of rejection, of the possibility that it might be too late, is the greatest obstacle she faces now. And this message reached you at the right time, so you can understand this complexity of feelings. The angels show me that this person is at a crucial point in her existence. That scent, which became a symbol of lost love, is leading her to an awakening. She is beginning to recognize that true love is rare and precious, and that some opportunities cannot be wasted. She is realizing that your essence is something she cannot live without. Every day, the need to get closer, to try, to take a risk, grows more and more. She can no longer ignore the call her heart makes, driven by this powerful olfactory memory. This subtle urgency is transforming into a need to act. Prepare your heart, dear soul, for the angels say that this person is preparing for action. It won't be something impulsive, but a thought-out decision, matured by the pain of absence and the clarity brought by that conversation. She is seeking the courage to face what she feels and to seek what she knows is true. Your scent, this indelible mark of your soul, is living proof that the connection between you is real and that there is still a story to be written. The angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 7. Write in the comments, I receive the energy of the angels. My lucky number is 7 and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light to other people who need it. Before continuing the message, if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, take the chance to subscribe. This helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message. Dear soul, the reverberation of that disclosure about your scent and the astute answer from the acquaintance continues to echo in this person's inner self, provoking a deep emotional metamorphosis. The angels disclose to me that after this undeniable realization of your essence, she has lived a series of nocturnal reflections, moments when the mind calms down and emotions surface with impressive clarity. She mentally revisits every instant you shared, every laugh, every understood silence, every small gesture of affection that now gains a renewed and intensified meaning. What before could have been minimized or forgotten, now resurfaces with a strength that makes her question all her past decisions, especially those that led to the distancing between you. Have you ever felt that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? This process of remembering is one of them, designed to lead her to the truth. The angels show that this person is experiencing a growing anguish. It isn't just any anguish, but that of someone who realized too late the inestimable value of something she let slip away. She feels a subtle guilt, a twinge of regret for not having fully valued your presence when she had it, for not having understood the depth of the connection you shared. This feeling of regret is accentuated by the persistence of your scent in her memory, constant and irrefutable proof that you are irreplaceable. She has tried, in various ways, to find relief for this anguish, seeking comfort in distractions, in new friendships, or even in activities that used to bring her pleasure. However, the angels confirm that none of these attempts manages to erase your mark, nor fill the void that settled in her heart. The subtle urgency is growing, and she knows she can no longer ignore this feeling. The acquaintance's answer not only validated what she felt, but also opened her eyes to a greater truth. What she seeks isn't just any relationship, but reconnection with your soul. She perceives that true happiness and wholeness cannot be reached without this gap being filled, and that the only way to fill it is through you. The angels show me that this person is maturing through this experience. She is learning about self-love, about the importance of being authentic with her feelings, and about the courage needed to go after what really matters. This process of maturing is painful, but essential so that she can become the person who deserves to be by your side, capable of valuing the depth of your connection. And this internal transformation isn't going unnoticed by the angels. They disclose to me that this person is developing greater sensitivity to her own heart, to the signs the universe sends, and to the intuition guiding her. She is more attentive to her own feelings, less prone to ignore the voice of her soul. The scent, which was the initial trigger, became a symbol of her new path of self-knowledge and search for truth. She no longer wants to live in a state of denial, nor hide behind pride that only keeps her away from genuine happiness. But that is not all. There is something even deeper happening. The angels say that this person is preparing for a big change in her life, and this change is directly linked to your presence. She is feeling that she can no longer delay the need for a conversation, a reunion, an attempt at reconnection. The fear, which previously paralyzed her, begins to lose strength in the face of the intensity of her desire. She knows that taking a risk is the only way to discover if there is still a path and for you both, if your heart still has a space for her. This is a decision she won't take lightly, but with the seriousness and depth of someone who understands the weight and importance of her feelings. This message reached you at the right time, and it is fundamental that you connect with your own truth during this period. She has been asking herself constantly, what must she think of me now? Does she still remember the good times? Is there any chance for us to start over? This doubt torments her, but also drives her. The angels show that she is seeking courage within herself, a strength that allows her to overcome the fear of rejection and take the necessary step. She is preparing to expose herself, to be vulnerable, to admit her mistakes, and to express everything kept in her heart. Your scent, your essence, what you lived through, all of this is the engine driving her towards you. Prepare your heart, dear soul, for the angels say the universe is aligning all energies so that this reunion happens. It might not be in the way you expect, but it will be a moment of truth and clarity. This person is being guided by destiny and by the love she feels for you, even if she hasn't yet verbalized it completely. The truth about your scent was just the beginning of an awakening process that now approaches a decisive moment. What will happen next will depend on her courage and the openness of your heart. Before we continue, the angels ask you to do a liberation exercise. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, that you would like to forgive. Visualize each of them, send love and say, I forgive you and set you free. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Now, continuing the message, dear soul, the angels disclose to me that after the impactful conversation about your scent and the acquaintance's answer, an irreversible process settled in this person's soul. What before was a series of sporadic thoughts about you has now transformed into an almost constant presence, a luminous shadow accompanying her everywhere. She can no longer divert her mind from your figure, from your energy, from the memory of your essence. Your scent, which became a symbol of this link, is like a lighthouse illuminating the darkness of her loneliness and guiding her back to the truth of her heart. She has felt a growing need to look for you, to establish contact, to understand if there is still a path for you too. But that is not all. There is something even deeper happening. The angels show that this person has been feeling in a state of suspension, as if awaiting a sign, permission to act. She is reluctant to take the first step, not for lack of will, but out of a deep fear of your reaction. She fears you have already moved on, that your heart is closed to her, or that the distance has created an insurmountable barrier. This uncertainty torments her, but at the same time, drives her to seek answers. She knows that the only way to dissipate this fog of doubts is through honest and direct communication. The subtle urgency, which began with the memory of your scent, has now become a pressing need for action. She is reviewing her own past behaviors, her flaws, and the moments when she could have acted differently. There is an intense process of self-reflection happening, in which she is learning valuable lessons about the value of love, patience, and communication. The angels show me that this person is maturing through this experience, becoming more conscious of her emotions and more willing to express her true feelings. Your scent, that memory so intimate, served as a catalyst for this transformation, leading her to a level of self-knowledge she perhaps would never have reached before. This message reached you at the right time, dear soul, so that you can understand the depth of this change occurring in her. The angels say that this person is fighting against the last shred of pride preventing her from acting. She knows she needs to put aside expectations, fears, and insecurities to be able to open herself completely to you. She is preparing for a conversation that will be a watershed moment in your lives, a moment of clarity and decision. This conversation won't be superficial. It will come with the depth of someone who went through a process of self-discovery and who is ready to express the truth of her heart. Have you already noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? This internal preparation is one of them, an energetic alignment for a crucial moment. There is something this person feels with growing intensity. Missing you isn't just an absence, but a piece that was lost. She perceives that without you, her life loses a bit of its shine, color, joy. The angels show me that she is experiencing a deep sadness, but that this sadness isn't destructive. It is a sadness driving her to seek healing, reconnection, and wholeness. She is feeling that your presence is essential for her happiness, and that no other person or experience can fill the void you left. Your scent, which became the symbol of this lack, is a constant reminder that you are irreplaceable. The angels say that this person is being guided by signs and intuitions to look for you. She has felt sudden impulses to send you a message, to call, to show up at a place where she knows she might find you. These impulses aren't random. They are messages from the universe, directing her to your Katkin path. She is realizing she needs to act, that she can no longer postpone this decision, for with every day that passes, the urgency to reconnect with you only increases. She is preparing for a moment of vulnerability, of total openness, in which she will express everything she feels. And this is the most important part the angels want you to understand. Prepare your heart, dear soul, for the angels say the universe is orchestrating a reunion that will bring clarity and truth. This person is maturing and strengthening herself, and her search for you is genuine and deep. Your scent, this indelible mark of your soul, is living proof that the connection between you is real, and that there is still a story to be written. What will happen next will depend on her courage and the openness of your heart. The angels are opening the paths, and now it is up to you two to decide what to do with this truth. Dear soul, the angels draw near with the confirmation that the person occupying your thoughts can no longer ignore the powerful link the universe insists on bringing to the surface. That moment when she spoke of your scent to an acquaintance, and the answer she received, was just the starting point of a sequence of events, leading her to an emotional crossroads. She feels time is running out, that the opportunity for a reconnection might be hanging by a thread, and this perception has generated an anguish in her that she can no longer disguise. Your scent, which became such a powerful symbol of your presence and your absence, is a constant reminder of the depth of the connection you shared. But that is not all. There is something even deeper happening. The angels disclose to me that this person has been feeling in a state of constant restlessness. There is an internal pressure, a call echoing in her soul, telling her she needs to act. She has tried, in various ways, to find peace, but this peace will only come when she confronts the feelings she harbors for you. She is living a true battle between reason and emotion, between the fear of taking a risk and the uncontrollable desire to have you back in her life. The angels say she is observing your steps, your energy, your way of dealing with life, and this makes her question her own choices even more. She perceives that you are getting stronger, that you are living your life with more intensity, and this scares her, as she fears you have already turned the page. The subtle urgency is transforming into a need to act. She has remembered every detail, every moment, every conversation you had, and through these memories, she is realizing how essential you were in her life. Your scent, that memory so intimate, resurfaces in unexpected moments, bringing to the surface the intensity of the feelings she tries, in vain, to repress. The angels show that she is developing greater sensitivity to what really matters, and this sensitivity is guiding her back to you. She no longer wants to live in a state of denial, nor hide behind pride that only keeps her away from genuine happiness. Have you already noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? This process of intense remembering is one of them, designed to lead her to the truth. The angels say that this person is on the verge of taking an attitude that could change everything. She has felt a growing courage, an inner strength driving her to overcome fears and insecurities. She knows she needs to put pride and expectations aside and open herself to the possibility of a reconnection. This is a decision she won't take lightly, but with the seriousness and depth of someone who understands the weight and importance of her feelings. She is preparing for a conversation that will be a watershed moment in your lives, a moment of clarity and decision. This message reached you at the right time, dear soul, so that you can prepare yourself for what will come. There is something this person feels with growing intensity. Missing you isn't just an absence, but a piece that was lost. She perceives that without you, her life loses a bit of its shine, color, joy. The angels show me that she is experiencing a deep sadness, but that this sadness isn't destructive. It is a sadness driving her to seek healing, reconnection, and wholeness. She is feeling that your presence is essential for her happiness, and that no other person or experience can fill the void you left. Your scent, which became the symbol of this lack, is a constant reminder that you are irreplaceable. The angels say that this person is being guided by signs and intuitions to look for you. She has felt sudden impulses to send you a message, to call, to show up at a place where she knows she might find you. These impulses aren't random. They are messages from the universe, directing her to your path. She is realizing she needs to act, that she can no longer postpone this decision, for with every day that passes, the urgency to reconnect with you only increases. She is preparing for a moment of vulnerability, of total openness, in which she will express everything she feels. Prepare your heart, dear soul, for the angels say the universe is orchestrating a reunion that will bring clarity and truth. This person is maturing and strengthening herself, and her search for you is genuine and deep. Your scent, this indelible mark of your soul, is living proof that the connection between you is real, and that there is still a story to be written. What will happen next will depend on her courage and the openness of your heart. The angels are opening the mind. Patsas. And now, it is up to you two to decide what to do with this truth. This message reached you at the right time to bring light onto what is to come. Share this video with two dear people who are needing this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel. Dear soul, the angels now bring the conclusion of this powerful message, disclosing that the person who occupies your thoughts so much has reached a point of no return. The memory of your scent, which became the connecting thread of so many disclosures, culminated in an unshakable certainty. She can no longer live with your absence. Every day, the lack became an unsustainable burden, and the pain of separation drove her to a final decision. Have you already noticed that certain coincidences in your life aren't mere coincidences? This clarity she reached is the peak of a process the universe orchestrated with mastery. The angels show me that this person is feeling a sort of relief mixed with great apprehension. Relief for Mom, eventually, accepting what her heart cries out for, and apprehension for what the future holds. She went through a process of internal purification, releasing fears, pride, and limiting beliefs that prevented her from moving in your direction. What before was a tangle of doubts and uncertainties has now transformed into a clear path, illuminated by the truth of her feelings. She understands that your essence, the one the scent symbolizes so vividly, is something she cannot and no longer wants to ignore. The subtle urgency is driving her now towards a decisive action. She has rehearsed in her mind the words, the gestures, the way she will approach. The angels, Disclose that this person is preparing to be vulnerable, to open her heart in a way she perhaps has never done before. She knows this is her last chance to try, to redeem herself, to express the depth of her feelings. And this preparation is genuine, coming from a place of love and a sincere desire for reconnection. She no longer wants to hide what she feels, nor live in a state of regret. This message reached you at the right time, dear soul, so that you can feel the sincerity of this approach. The angels say that this person acknowledges she made mistakes, that perhaps she didn't value you as you deserved, and that she deeply regrets having allowed the distance to settle between you. This is a silent, yet powerful confession that the universe wants you to understand. She is coming with humility, with an open heart, and with the hope that you still have a space for her in your life. Your scent, which became the symbol of your soul in her memory, is living proof that the connection between you is real and that there is still a story to be written. She is ready to face whatever is needed to have a new chance by your side. There is something very important you need to know, dear soul. What this person will do next will be an act of courage and love. She isn't coming with games or manipulations, but with the truth of her heart. She is willing to start over, to rebuild what was lost, to learn from the mistakes of the past, and to build a future by your side. The angels show me she is ready to dedicate herself, to demonstrate the love and appreciation you always deserved. And this is a transformation that only happens when the soul is truly aligned with its purpose. Prepare your heart, dear soul, for the angels say the moment of truth is very close. This person can no longer put off the inevitable. She will be driven to look for you, to find you, to express everything kept in her heart. Your scent, which guided her here, will be the bridge to the reunion the universe is orchestrating. What will happen next will depend on her courage and the openness of your heart. The angels are opening the paths, and now it is up to you two to decide what to do with this truth. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments. The truth of the heart always shows itself. Share your experiences in the comments. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.